ultimate's ready.
Alright, let's try this again. Okay, this is my 4th time making this now. First and second time I didn't think it was good enough. Third time I thought it was good enough, released it, and then people said my volume was too low. So I've turned my game sound down, I've turned my gain on my mic up, and I moved it closer to my face. Alright, so I hope this is okay. So, whew. My name is Ben, or Schmodder, whatever you want to say. And I want to make this video explaining why I think Phoenix is actually a good agent, or at least, at the very least, a good situational agent, and better, and his position, or his role in the meta right now is very over-exaggerated. Now, not to say that he doesn't need a buff. I think a buff would be insane. I would love to see it, like the one that's coming in 5.01. Great, gas, happy. But I think people are over-exaggerating the Phoenix's position in the meta and how bad he actually is. And I'm gonna make this video today to explore that, using Haven as an example. But first I want to just get to the ground basics. This is a discussion, this is me discussing. If you disagree with me, don't throw any hate at me. I just want good conversations about this, okay? Just a bit of background. I played this game for like all 5 acts. I played the end of the beta. The first 2, all 5 acts, all 5 episodes, apologies, I misspoke. But the first 2 episodes I was an Omen main. And then if you guys remember, Omen kind of fell out of meta a bit because he got a bit worse, and Astra came out and she was really good. So then I was like, well, I need a new main, and I played a bit of Phoenix already, so I switched to him. So I've been a Phoenix main since about episode 3. Episode 4, I still played the game, but I was like mainly playing Apex, but I still played the game a lot. Episode 3 was like my peak Phoenix, but episode 4, yeah, I was still playing the game, just not as much. Now I come back full time because Apex is in a bit of a weird state, and I see all these things that people are saying about Phoenix, like he's bad, he's terrible, fucking worst agent in the game. I don't think he's the worst agent in the game. I think people are over-exaggerating how bad he is, but I do think he needs a buff, but just not as an extreme buff as people might put across. I'm going to explain why, and why he's better on Haven, Bind, and Ascent a little bit, and why he will be better than some duelists or initiators on those 4 maps. I feel like he's in a kind of similar space to Neon, where Neon you don't want to play on every map. She's not good on every map, but like for example, she's quite good on Fracture, she's quite good on Icebox, Bind, but you're not going to want to necessarily play on a Haven or an Ascent. I feel like Phoenix, fits into that same category where he's not the best agent, but he's better on some maps than other agents. So like I said before, Haven, Bind, Ascent, and then going to be when it comes out, I believe from what I've tested, Pearl. I'm going to show you 5 mollies, 4 retake mollies, and 2 attack mollies. How to entry C and A, and why I think it's better than other agents. And then hopefully you guys will understand my point of view and sympathise with it, and then tell me what you guys think, if you agree with me, disagree with me. But yeah, I'm starting at C. Basically, I'm just going to show you guys first of all, explain how I do things, then I'm going to explain why I do them, and then finally explain why I think it's better than other agents. Okay, so if I was entering C, I'd flash here, okay, to get anyone that's on that angle, that angle, that angle, off me. I think if you're playing with a Sky or a KO, their flashes are more valuable. So if you're first, you want to use your flash, don't ask for a Sky to flash you, just flash yourself. Your flashes are good, but obviously not fucking around here. Sky flashes are way more valuable, okay? So just flash this to get them off the angle, run up to here, boom, in between those 2, jump throw, run up, wall, check this, flash through, blinded myself because I'm really good, clear. There you go, you have C, you know, and we've got an ace, you get me? Okay, now, to explanation things, okay? So this flash, like I've kind of explained already, it just gets people off the angle, okay? You don't want to throw it too close, because then it bounces off the wall, and then it doesn't get that guy, it gets them back there, but, you know, that guy's still holding you. So you want to kind of throw it where it kind of goes in the middle. But it's hard to do, you're not going to get it perfect every time, obviously, it's just where you ideally want to throw it. Like that was good, actually. And then, so, assuming they're blind, you just run up in hope, get to around here, in between these 2, jump through, and that mollies here. Now, as you saw, it's not a hard lineup, okay? A fucking iann player could do this, but it clears out these 2 angles, which are very powerful in my opinion. Very powerful angles to play if they're not checked. and the reason the wall goes with that. I'm sorry, I was just kind of thinking through. You wall here, clear this angle quickly because no one wants to die to this angle. Flash through the wall. I did it again, bro. What is going on with me right now? And then, so that's Molly, okay? Just assume this is Molly. And then, hopefully, you run up fast enough to where this guy is like either running to site or he's in garage, and you can kill him crossing. That's basically the idea of the Molly wall flash, okay? So, again, this is fucking Molly, skadoosh, wall, flash, and then hopefully you're killing him crossing, wherever he is. Hopefully you're killing him, okay? Then you run up to clear this. I don't necessarily check that all the time, but you can if you want. And then I just kind of swing and clear backside. Alternatively, if you find that you've played a couple gun rounds and they're not really playing this side of the site, alternatively you can wall, molly backside, and then just run up like this. You know, something like that. But mainly that's what I do. I wall flash through. And then the rest of your team, your second entry is running up this way, clearing this side. Ideally, you know, if you've got competent teammates. Now, the reason I think it's better than other duelists and initiators, duelists specifically, I'll touch on first. So, for example, if you're playing Jet, if you want to entry, you'll smoke here. Or, sorry, I forgot my ghost behind is my ping line. You'll smoke here or here, and you'll dash and, you know, run out and swing, and hopefully you kill one of these guys. Okay. Now, why that's not very good is because if you dash here, this whole thing is open, you haven't cleared this, and yes, your team will probably clear these things, but there's still potential for like a 1-for-1 trade, or someone to get like a nasty spray on the edge, like that. Okay, so and there's like, obviously when you're smoke dashing into here, there's like, if you have to kind of guess which angle you want to peek first. So like you could peek this, but then there's someone here or here and you're dead, or alternatively you can peek this and then someone's here and you're dead. You get one. Raina's not that bad for pushing C. You just kind of flash up here and it gets most of sight. It's just backside's not really good, but you can come out, hug this left side, and then flash again here when you want to clear backside. But I just think Phoenix's util is just way more useful to getting on this site and just clearing a lot of angles that you know, other duelists necessarily can't. This wall cuts off like, obviously you could say a Viper can do this, but you know, no one's playing Viper even, you get me? So it cuts off this garage angle, this angle. If a Raina's trying to play an off angle here to get one of the Smiths, someone playing logs can't see you. Like, they have to just span through the wall and hope they kill 1, 2, or 4. You get what I'm saying? As well with the Molly, apart from like a raze nade that could potentially clear this, a raze isn't really going to use her nade like that, where, you know, it's going to clear like a little cubby like this. Like, if you're playing raze on this map, you're probably going to want to throw your nade back, or like there or something. So this Molly just clears out this little niche angle that's just, sometimes it's difficult to deal with if someone's actually just fucking bam, bam, bam. And it just gets them out of there, and hopefully, like I said, you wall, flash, and you catch them crossing, and you kill them. And that's just why I think the Phoenix entering is just better. And this Molly life, again, I just want to stress, it's not that difficult. You literally just jump around the corner, in between these two things, and you'll get it. Like, there is no way you fail that lineup. But yeah, that's just, again, my opinion, just putting it across. I just think it's better than other duelists on this map. And then for the C retake mollies, there's 2. One that I don't use as much, but you could use, and one that I use all the fucking time. But just as a basis for Phoenix on defense on Haven, I'm either playing Garage or I'm playing 8 Anchor. Garage is obviously just good because you can take a lot of fights and just fucking, just to give you an idea of where you'd want to be playing if you're playing Phoenix. So the first molly, both mollies you throw from here, by the way. But the first one, you come here, fucking aim up and just jump through. It gets a little bit of logs and just clears off this angle. They can still be up here. Oops, sorry. They can still be up here, but if someone's being a little nerd and playing down here because you don't expect it, they're outie. But I don't use that one very much just because it's not really useful. The one I use most though is you come same spot, but here in between these two, up a little bit, and then you literally just tap W and jump through. Oh, I missed it a little bit. That's embarrassing, that is. I'm not gonna lie, boys. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, but yeah. Oh no, I've done it again. He's done it again. Oh no, he's done it again. There we go. There you go. Okay, now that's embarrassing, isn't it? But you get the idea. It's just a nice plant. Yeah, it's just a nice plant. It's just good. Literally, they're forced to plant here, or they're forced to plant here. And also pair this molly with you swinging CT. So you throw it for a teammate, they swing out CT, and someone's swinging wide, like, and just a boom. Yeah, it's just good. It pairs it with a lot of if you've got some team, if you're with a duo or something. It's just good to throw. Helps them get a kill. Helps them get a couple kills. That one wasn't perfect, but if you get it perfect, it kind of lands it here. But yeah. So it helps if you're coming out CT, because obviously they'll want to get out of the molly, so they'll be swinging like this, and then you or your teammate just kind of peek CT, and that's a kill. Or if they're peeking this side, that's a kill. But yeah, you could also. I don't do it as much because I like throwing that lineup a lot. If you get it right, I imagine you could just molly out that. Like I think I've just got that first time actually. Oh my god, I did. But yeah, I just think a raze nade obviously can do that. But again, I just don't think a good raze is going to be using her nade like that, because the little pellets that come off the paint bomb I probably won't kill someone, and if they do, they're quite slow. Like a raze nade would probably just be thrown back here if you're retaking, and then you'd like satchel out or whatever. But yeah, there's just the two for C. I'll show you how to entry A, and then I'll get on to the models. Yeah. First of all, I just want to say, if you're playing Phoenix and you're pushing A, don't go short. I feel like his util just gets wasted if you push short. Obviously, there are ways you could push short and like utilize your util in quite a good way, but just me, I don't go short very much with Phoenix, if ever. So I'll just be focusing on pushing more. So again, it's kind of the same thing. You come up to here and you flash, because you don't want to use your teammates' flashes. KO, Sky. Yeah, you want them to save their flashes because they're important, they're better than yours, let's all agree. So you just use yours, get yourself out. Then I'll swing wide, clear this, you know, headshot all the time. And once I've cleared this little angle here, then I'll swing left, clear bricks, and once bricks is clear, come back into here, in between these two. Oh no, it's not jumper, I'm bugging. Sorry, I'm tired. Oh, I was saying. And it clears this for your short players. Okay, so this angle is, yeah, they can't play it. They can, I haven't yet found a perfect one that clears this as both of them. It's you either clear one or the other. So this angle is still open, but I've had it before where even though this molly hasn't hit them, it's like panicked them enough to make them move out of the position because they think it's going to hit them. So yeah, throw that for your short players. Hopefully it gets your short players a free kill. If not, that's okay. Come up to here, wall. Obviously you're not going to want to stop. I did that with that. But come up, clear this, then flash through your wall. Fight here, fight graffiti, CT, clear backside. Good. Okay, so obviously I've already explained the molly, so let's get to the wall. The wall is good, so for two reasons. One, if you throw it like this, it stops on sight. But if you throw it further enough and you get close enough, it blocks off all of this as well. Ooh. Now they can play hell and peek from hell, but yeah, you know, your wins are meaningless. But yes, if you're pushing up, they can't peek from sight. They're just kind of scared of this one. Well, you know, if they also have a Phoenix, they might flash through. But yeah, come up. I like to throw my walk around back here just because it makes it a bit useful. Clear this, get your flash out, flash through, clear in sight. Or alternatively, if I'm just feeling like I don't think they're going to be playing there, then I'll just, instead of flashing through, I'll just swing wide and just see if I can clear any angles with this. It's a bit different. On C, I will pretty much only flash through my wall. Sometimes I might push right, but on this I kind of alternate it. You know, sometimes I'll wall and flash through, sometimes I'll wall and swing wide to try and kill people on site. It just depends what I'm feeling and depends where the team have been playing. I think it's better. Again, same thing with the jet dash. You're pretty much going to dash here and smoke and dash here, sorry. This angle isn't clear. This angle isn't clear. Graffiti's not clear. You know, someone could easily kill you from hell. Side could just fucking destroy you. You know, it's just not good. A Rainer flash, throw it up here. Quite good actually, the Rainer flash on this one. Just throw it up here and it pretty much gets all of sight. That's the only thing I'd probably say. Yeah, the Rainer flash, if you come up right, like on the right side, like hook the right side, then flash here, it gets everywhere but this corner, and then you just have to clear this corner on the swing side. But yeah, Phoenix is better. his util's just more useful. You get a lot more teammate oriented util out of it because of the molly. You just molly here and it just helps your short team out a lot. Just so it's just an extra angle they don't have to clear. Yeah, and then they can just focus on sight and they don't really have to worry about this area like weather. The wall as well, if you know, if 5-man pushing long, 4-man pushing long, it just means that graffiti angle, which is sometimes quite hard to deal with because obviously they might be playing on up angle like this, or like here, or there, or over here. It just kind of eliminates that, so they're, again, like the one on C, they're forced to spray through the wall and just pray they get 1 or 2. And then obviously if you're flashing through the wall, yeah, hopefully their blind is a free kill. And that's just why I think Phoenix is just better for entering on A as well. And then for the A mollies, 2, I'll show you the first one. Boom, boom, boom. Get into this corner, this light bulb, run until you get to the middle of the 2 other ones. Like, jump throw, boom, they ain't planting. Yeah, they ain't fucking planting. Not happening. And again, same thing with C, if you're throwing them sight molly. You can swing out CT or get your teammates to swing out CT, and they're either peeking here or they're in the open here and it's a free kill. So it's the same sort of thing. This one is a bit more useful if you know that they're going to be playing in cubby quite a lot. Come to this, go to the right. I'd say about in between these 2 little nudges. Up to the same height as that, and there we go. The reason I say go to a bit to the right is because I'll show you. If I just throw it on the corner of the building, it will still get it, but the molly doesn't spread as far. So if they're running out of the molly, they spend a lot less time in the molly, if that makes sense. So throw it from a bit for the right, like you could loot. Actually, I don't even know. Throw it just all the way over there. Yeah, so it just maximizes the amount of time they're spending in the molly, which in turn maximizes the amount of damage they're going to take from the molly. Also, a little thing with retaking, A, with your wall, a good wall you can throw is if you're here, curve your wall, boom. Then I get to, usually I stick here, wait for my wall to go down, flash, and then clear this angle. But yeah. That is just why I think that Phoenix is actually not bad, but just a situational agent, and why people are over-exaggerating how bad he is. But I will agree, he's not good on ice spots, he's not good on fracture, he's not good on breeze. He was good on split when it was in the map pool. I won't cap about that one, he was very good on split. But right now he's only really good on Haven and Bind, those are his 2 best. Then he's playable on Ascent, and then I think, from what I've done and play tested, molly lineups, etc, etc, I think he's also going to be quite good on Pearl as well. I think he's going to be in the same category as Haven and Bind, where he's really good. Whereas Ascent, Phoenix is playable, there's a lot of good things you can do, there's molly, there's wall, etc, etc. But there are definitely better picks. First of all, I just want to discuss about the buffs or people that think he should get reworked. I don't think he should get reworked. I think if he does get a buff, I think his ult is in a really good place. I don't think they should touch his ult. I just think he's in a really good place. I think his flashes with the buff, after this next buff with his flashes, I think they should leave them. I think they're okay. I just think the wall needs to last for, the molly needs to last longer. Just a little bit, not like Brimstone lasts longer, but just a little bit longer. And the wall needs to heal a bit more. I feel like, and then if you want to balance it out, have the molly heal you for a bit less. But then it kind of fucks it because I also want the molly to last longer. So I know it sounds stupid, but I want the molly to last longer and the wall to either heal you a bit less or last a bit longer as well. But I think his flashes after this next upstate will be fine, and I think his ult just already is fine. But yeah, don't hate. Just want to spread love, just want to get a discussion going, just want to show you my opinion. If you disagree with me, fine, let me know. It's my 4th try because Reddit said my voice was too low in the last one, so I hope it's a bit louder and I hope it's a bit more hearable. But yeah, I hope you have an amazing day. I hope everyone's watching VCT just like I am. I've been looking at my other monitor whilst we're making this video. But yeah, peace and love to all. I hope you all just hear my point, and I hope it gets a good discussion going, and yeah, love to everyone.